Dragon Digimon are no strangers to the digital world. This mischievous purple dragon enjoys fighting for justice and will often step out of his way to hunt down evil. In fact, his entire evolution line is a long road to justice. Katamon is a slime-type Digimon with distinctive large eyes. His eyes have the ability to see through the nature of Digimon, and he can detect ferocious Digimon in advance and alert his friends about the danger. When cornered, he releases acidic bubbles called popping tear from his eyes and confuses the enemy while crying. He belongs to the Metal Empire field. Hopon is a baby dragon Digimon that evolved from Katamon. His entire body is covered in tiny scales, invisible to the naked eye, making him stronger than he looks. He overcame his timid nature and, despite his early growth stage, he developed a sense of justice, hating everything crooked. Hopon belongs to the Metal Empire field. His signature move is Hop Hip, in which he bounces like a super ball and charges from his rear. Hopon evolves into Monodramon, a small dragon Digimon that has bat-like wings on both hands but is unable to fly. Although he is a vaccine type, his personality is closer to ferocious rather than violent, and he leaves an impression of a Digimon who loves to fight. Even in the digital world, Monodramon is at the center of most fights, annoying even Ogremon with his persistence. The horn that extends to the back is said to be his weakness, but the truth of this is uncertain. Monodramon has the vaccine attribute and belongs to the Dragon's Roar, Nature Spirits and Metal Empire fields. His signature move is Crack Bite, which fragments the data in the area he bites, causing the enemy to become dysfunctional depending on where Monodramon beat them. His special attack, Beat Knuckle, is a simple and straightforward technique in which he charges with great force and swings around with his powerful claws. Another attack is Headbutt. Monodramon evolves into Strike Dramon. This is a commando dragon Digimon who aims to become a virus buster. There are many parts of him that retain traces of Monodramon, such as the horns that extend to the back, but since he has transformed into a commander mode wrapped in metal plates, he looks like a completely different species. By nature, he is a kind-hearted Digimon, as he belongs to the same vaccine species as Angemon. But once he discovers a virus species, he becomes possessed by a destructive instinct and will not stop fighting until the opponent is reduced to trash data. It is said that during this virus hunting frenzy, his red and black hair becomes bluish-white, burning with scorching flames. Strike Jamon has the vaccine attribute and belongs to the Nature Spirits and Metal Empire fields. His special attack, Strike Fang, is a terrifying technique in which he burns the metal plates of each part to a scorching heat, turning his entire body into a mass of flame and slamming into the opponent. Another attack is Strike Claw. Strike Jamon evolves into Cyber Jamon, a dragon-like cyborg Digimon that is clad in special rubber armor that can withstand any attack. When a virus-type Digimon occurs in a computer network, he appears out of nowhere and wipes out everything. But he is a lone warrior who does not belong to any righteous groups, and his true identity is shrouded in mystery. His special rubber armor is not only excellent at defense, but also has the ability to amplify his attack power. Cyber Jamon has the vaccine attribute and belongs to the Dragon's Roar, Wind Guardians, Virus Busters, Metal Empire and Nature Spirits fields. His special attack is Erase Claw, in which he emits super oscillation waves from his arms that destroy the configuration data, erasing all enemies on the battlefield. If this attack occurs, not a single scrap of data is left behind, as everything gets erased. Another attack is Cyber Nail. Cyber Jamon has an X-antibody form. Cyber Jamon's super rubber armor has turned into a hard material, covering his body from head to toe. The armor's hardness gives him a polished kind of visual appeal. He moves silently, wasting no movements, and annihilates virus Digimon. Erase Claw has become sharper and stronger, and he has also gained a special attack called Extreme Tailor, which compresses the vaccine energy charged up in his wings and releases it from his tail. Cyber Jamon's human partner is Ryo, and as many knowledgeable fans know, their story is connected to Millenniumon and spans 2 Digimon universes, Adventure and Tamers, and many games. But this complicated and paradoxical story is a topic for another video. Cyber Jamon evolves into Justimon, a hero-type Digimon of justice with a long flowing red scarf. He's a Digimon that has a passionate sense of justice and will never overlook any dishonesty or wrongdoing. That's why he is admired by many young Digimon. Justimon has the vaccine attribute and belongs to the Virus Busters, Wind Guardians and Metal Empire fields. He comes like the wind, swings down the hammer of justice and leaves like the wind. He also seems to like taking striking poses on top of cliffs facing the sunset. By replacing the 3 plugs on the extend transmitter equipped on his back to his right shoulder, he can change his arm into a power type Axle arm, an electric shock type Blitz arm and a cutter type Critical arm. His signature move is Trinity arm, which allows him to change his arms into 3 types, and his special attack Justice Kick is said to have a destructive power, reaching up to 45 tons. Justimon has an X-Antibody form. The 3 arms no longer need to be replaced, and he now has the Blitz arm on his right hand, the Critical arm on his left hand, and the Accelerator leg on the left leg. Each piece of equipment will appear and activate with the belt knuckle, and it invokes a special attack when he presses it again during activation. His special attacks are Justice X Punch, which is delivered from the Blitz arm, Justice X Blade, which cuts the enemy with the Critical arm, and Justice X Kick, when he performs a jump kick with his Axle leg. The destructive power of Justice X Kick is said to have reached 100 tons. He also has ABC Cert, which activates all 3 attacks and is extremely powerful, but its active time is limited. Justimon's 3 arms are connected to another 3 Digimon. The first one is Fujinon, a cyborg Digimon that was given the name of the god of wind in Eastern legends. He is a light warrior who fights with gentle movements and specializes in close combat. Fujinon has the vaccine attribute and belongs to the Wind Guardians field. His special attacks are Critical arm, in which he cuts the enemy with a cutter type arm, and Marut Cyclone, in which he blows the enemy away with a strong wind. The second one is Jinnon, a cyborg Digimon named after the god of thunder in Eastern legends. He's a fighting type that is strong in close combat, and his specialty is Blitz arm, which is a series of punches delivered with electric type arms. Jinnon has the virus attribute and belongs to the Metal Empire field. His special attack is Elekugel, in which he charges with the connector on his tail and fires a fierce lightning bolt from both arms. The third Digimon is Fujinon, a machine Digimon that has parts of Justimon and Monodramon. It is a mystery as to why these parts are used, but there is no doubt that their fighting power is high. Fujinon has the Data attribute and belongs to the Deep Sabers field. His special attacks are Axle arm, which crashes enemies with his power type arms, and Mugen Cannon, which is the same technique as Mogendramon's. Fujinon, Jinnon and Fujinon can fuse to evolve into Rinon, a heavy machine-type Digimon equipped with electromagnetic weapons. Unlike Jinnon, who also uses lightning as energy, Rinon was created as a shooting type. Although not good at hand-to-hand combat, Rinon utilizes thick armor and counterattacks for protection. His special attacks are Kirlian Brand, which causes an electric discharge with a 45,000-volt electric shock, and Rising Sun, which fires ultra-hot balls from the gun barrels on both shoulders. Cyberdramon also has a version called Cyberdramon 2010 version. This is an alien Digimon, rumored to have come from another world. It is said that it is virtually impossible to communicate with Cyberdramon 2010, as both their language and thought process are different. As the alien appearance suggests, this is an extremely aggressive and dangerous Digimon. His purpose in battle is to obtain more energy, and he's a hunter who preys on almost every Digimon in sight. It is difficult to capture Cyberdramon 2010 because he can blend in with the surrounding colors and sneak up on the enemy. His special attacks are Cyberblader, which cuts enemies to pieces with a spear in his hands while riding on his spinning tail. Death Divider, which rotates around the spear and attacks with his tail. And Glutton Fang, which suddenly stretches out the ribs from his chest and skewers the enemy. He toys with his opponents with his tricky, hard-to-predict movements and specializes in delivering surprise attacks with unusual movements and techniques. Another attack is Erase Claw. Cyberdramon 2010 can also become a weapon and lend his power to other Digimon in his armed heavy weapon form. His special attacks are Cyber Gigantic Launcher, which condenses all his energy and shoots it out with the greatest power, and Coronal Mass Ejection, which opens all his cannons to attack multiple enemies, although reducing his firepower. Both attacks can be combined to annihilate the enemy. What do you think of these Digimon? Which one is your favorite? Tell me in the comments below. If you want to support me, you can do so on Patreon or the Buy Me Coffee website. The links are in the description below. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more Digimon videos. P.S. Make sure to follow my community page on YouTube, as I also post updates about upcoming videos there.